This is our regular city council meeting. For those that are unaware, the mayor will not be able to attend the meeting on today. Therefore, I'm going to ask city council to nominate and vote a chair for the meeting on today.
Motion to elect Randall Ellis the chair.
We have a motion and a second. Motion by, yes, the third, second by the sixth.
Alderperson Rogers, can you cast your vote on the tablet? Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Let's see. I said every alderman, please show yourself present. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is the invocation and pledge of allegiance. I ask you all bow your heads. Father God, we thank you for your grace and mercy, Lord. We thank you for the hedge of protection, Lord, that you have placed upon us, Lord. As we go forth right now, we ask that you would continue to lead and guide us, not for our glory, but your glory, Father. And that we would do so in a way that is conducive and productive for the city of Harvey, Lord. In the mighty name of God we pray. Amen. Amen.
Point of order.
To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Point of order.
Chair recognizes the full board.
I would like to have a discussion item to the agenda concerning the situation with our current or former clerk. We no longer have a clerk. Any information, any updates? I think we should discuss that.
So unfortunately, that request is out of order and illegal. We cannot add to the agenda. We can amend what is currently present, but we cannot add to it. Again, that meeting was not posted, so I cannot allow that to happen. At this time, there will be no presentations. I am going to ask the council to amend the agenda. Look for a motion to amend.
Motion to amend.
Second.
Let me tell you what. We're going to move to amend the current agenda to move items A through A and B. Move items A and B to number 4 on the agenda. I'll take a so moved.
So moved.
Motion. Yes.
Second. Motion by the third, second by the sixth. cast your votes. Thank you very much. Motion passes. In previous discussions, Alderman, if I could just turn to your attention, there was a question regarding the tax levy, but if I'm looking at the agenda, the date is correct on the agenda. So therefore, it was being posted correctly. I don't really see a need to table. Any objection to that?
Yes.
I'm listening.
I want to thank Treasurer Pickett, who found that online it's posted as the 2024 tax levy and not 2025 or 2026 tax levy.
Yes. But I'm saying legally, the agenda is posted correctly, which means we can take action. Legally, the agenda is posted correctly, therefore we can legally take action.
Understood.
That's what I was saying, because I knew we talked about this previously, and I was with you until I looked at the agenda. I'm like, well, it's right on the agenda. So if we did it right and we posted it correctly, then we can take action on it.
Got it. May I just reply?
Please.
We want to do everything in full excellence. So we don't have it, we may have it correct here, but we don't have it correct for the general public to review it and it say it's correct here. So I just want us to operate in excellence across the board.
I completely understand where you're at, and you have the right to make whatever motion that you wish when we get there. Me personally, as long as it's been legally posted, I'm prepared to take action on it. Each council member can take their own opinion as they will do so with their votes. With that being said, yes, ma'am.
Just to seek clarification, it is correct on the agenda item. Where is it incorrect?
Online where they posted the tax levy for review. The date, the information is the same, but the date says 2024.
Okay, but on here,
Yes,
it
as you can
is
see it on
legally
there.
correct.
It
Okay.
is legally correct.
Thank you.
If I may, one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Alderman. Last, at the CAL meeting, you allowed for the audit to be presented before we went into the budget. Would you allow that again?
Yes,
Compliments what we just,
to amend the agenda again.
yeah. I'm just following what we just did in our CAL meeting.
Tell you what, as I always said, you have a right to whatever motion. If council supports your motion, then it shall be.
I hope so. We supported it in the CAL council.
I don't know. Would you provide us with an explanation of why you want to do that?
Because looking at a preview of a previous budget or what the audit is for 2022 should allow us oversight on the 25-26 budget. So we're approving the 25-26 budget before we're approving the 2022 audit. I would think sequentially that the 22 audit will go before the 25-26 budget, as we did in the previous calendar year.
Okay. Again, I'll wait your motion. With that being said, that would now be item 4, correct? That's item 4, correct? That we're moving. So there'll be 4A, old business, there's none. 4B is new business. Item 1, an ordinance. An ordinance making appropriation for the corporate purpose of the city of Harvey, fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2025, and ending April 30th, 2026. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Is there a second?
There's already a motion by the third.
Oh, so that's going to be a second. Ask you to cast your votes.
Alderperson Key, please stand your vote.
For 2, an ordinance. An ordinance levying taxes in the city of Harvey.
One moment, that ordinance number is 3518.
3518. B2, an ordinance. An ordinance levying taxes in the city of Harvey for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2025, and ending April 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Martin, on your calendar, on your tab, sir.
We're on the, it's not giving us an opportunity to vote. It's just at the motion, so the motion passed.
He hasn't called the vote yet.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That's-
Alderman, I don't mean to interject or be rude, but can you call for a discussion?
Again, Alderwoman, you're free to make whatever motion you like. I did not intend to call for a discussion on these items because we just spent about a whole hour and a half discussing. So, you're free to make whatever motion you want.
We're in the middle of a vote, we cannot.
I need you to call for discussion so that I can make a motion.
We think I hear what you're saying.
Me or her?
For us to hear the guy.
Okay.
Pardon me,
Please
Ms.
make sure
Donnelly.
y'all are in your mics. Thank you, Ms. Donnelly.
Speaking to the
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, how do you vote?
Motion carries. That is ordinance number 3519.
Vote is over.
That's why I'm going to call for discussion.
I'm not calling for a discussion now. I'm not going to call for a discussion. Let me say this very loud and clear. I'm not calling for a discussion because, again, we discussed these items in length at the public hearing that happened at about 5:40 p.m. today for more than an hour and a half. However, Alderwoman, you are free to call a motion for discussion if you so choose. That is your right. You don't need me to do that.
Simply how the chair operates. Call for discussion.
And actually, when we're in the middle of a vote, we cannot offer a motion.
The vote is now over. Did the vote pass?
Yes, it
I
does.
have not called for any
That's
votes.
what I'm saying.
Therefore, we are no longer in the middle of a vote.
What's the ordinance number, Ms. Gonzalez?
That would be 3519.
Thank you.
I'm going to say it one more time. We are no longer in the middle of a vote. All right, with that being said, B3, a resolution. A resolution accepting the fiscal report for fiscal year 2022 prepared by John Caspert and Company. Go ahead, call the vote.
Alderperson Smith. Motion carries. That's resolution 4017.
Thank you all very much. That moves us on to, that's going to move us on to item 5 of the agenda, automatic reports. All right. Rather than me just call people out, is there anyone who would like to start this? Thank you, 6-year Alderman.
Good evening, everybody. And Happy New Year. Dear residents of the city of Harvey, it is with deep sadness and a heavy heart that we extend our sincere condolences to the family, friends, and classmates and loved ones of 12-year-old student Denial Smith. The loss of such a young life is heartbreaking, and our thoughts and prayers are with all of those who are grieving during this difficult time. We also offer our heartfelt condolences to the family and loved ones of Mr. Carl Robinson, a lifetime resident whose presence and contributions will long be remembered in our community. Mr. Robinson's legacy as a devoted member of the city of Harvey will not be forgotten. During moments of loss, we are reminded of the importance of unity, compassion, and coming together as a community. In the same spirit, we reflect a positive moment that continues to uplift our city, including our annual toy and bike giveaway, sponsored by Alderman and Tyrone Rogers and School Board President Janet Rogers. We gave away over almost 100 brand new girls and boy bikes and turkeys. This event was a major success, and it brought joy and smiles to the holiday cheer to countless of children, families throughout our community. And as we move forward into the new year, we wish each and every resident of the city of Harvey a prosperous, healthy, and safe 2026. May we continue to support one another, honor those we have lost, and work together toward a stronger and brighter future. Sincerely, Alderman Rogers. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alderman. Anyone else? I'm trying to let y'all roll with it. I'll just start pointing out. Alderman Key.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I wish the mayor was here tonight. I don't know the situation, but got a lot of explaining to do. I would like to begin by wishing, since we haven't had a meeting in almost 2 months, which is unprecedented, so hoping everybody had a nice Thanksgiving, a nice Christmas, and a prosperous year coming ahead, since we wasn't able to publicly announce that to you. I would like, since we haven't been addressing a whole lot of things, this ICE situation is still out of hand. We haven't made any type of meetings or public safety, anything concerning our Hispanic neighborhood. And you see what happened to the lady in Minnesota. It's just really tragic for something like that to happen, and for the city of Harvey, for us not to even address anything about the issue. So we need to improve on that. I would like to set public safety on December 1st. I don't know how they pulled it off, 159th and Park Street. They lit a ring of fire and was dragging the car around, had guns and everything in our city. And basically, they treat us like we some punks. Because you can come to Harvey and do anything. That was just totally out of hand. I just want to thank my residents. Just a small story. We had a loose dog around the holiday. Like for 4 days, the dog was getting out, running up after the cars, pitting people in their cars, scaring everybody. We didn't know what was really going on. We don't have any animal control. So police officer just come by and put on the siren, and then the dog runs away, and then he comes back and everything. But with the good effort of my great residents on the fourth ward on Winchester, we all got together and we found a family for the dog, and the dog came and got the family. A dog, I'm sorry. The family came and picked the dog. I want to give my condolences to former Mayor Kellogg's sister, Joyce Kellogg. If anybody knew her, she was somebody really special. To know her was to love her, and it was a real loss to the city for everything that she has done. Outside of that, one of the last things I like to remember, I would like to really thank our Chicago Bears. And the reason why, when we have a winning team or anything is going good, you ever notice that crime go down, how much people have a smile on their face, and how people just do things, just the joy that they have just over a game. You know, and I just want to really thank them because they really made my night because I was sitting there scared, everything. But nevertheless, thank you.
Thank you very much, Alderman. Scott? You wanna go? There you go.
No, no. You do most of them. You like them, or all the young
Ma'am? Are you doing that
Are you calling
intentionally?
them together?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. All right. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, City of Harvey. It's truly great to see everyone tonight. I want to take a moment. Thank you. I want to take a moment to thank the over 2,000 residents who attended our annual Christmas event at Thornton High School. It was amazing. As we enter a new year, many people reflect on hope and renewal. But a new year must also bring clarity, accountability, and intentional leadership, especially for a city that has been declared financially distressed and where residents are asking serious questions about how decisions are being made. I want to be clear about my concern this evening because it goes directly to our fiduciary responsibility. You guys are a little loud. We are being asked to approve the fiscal year 2025-2026 budget and tax levy before meaningfully using the fiscal year 2022 audit as the basis for decision making. That is not responsible or logical sequence. Audits are intended to inform budgets, not to drill behind them. The fiscal year 2022 audit contains multiple disclaimers on our core operating funds and documents that corrective actions promised after the fiscal year 2021 audit were not implemented and in fact worsened. Despite that, we're advancing a new budget that reflects an increase, some salaries, $20,000, special events, things that I don't know that are most pertinent to a financially distressed city. Process also matters. We have not held a city council meeting in 2 months, and throughout the entire month of December, there was no public notice of cancellation. Our last meeting was Monday, October the 27th. I want to explain, on Monday, October the 27th, the Turleton Home project was voted upon. Yet, we have more abandonment here than the 77 neighborhoods across Chicago. So why are outside developers being prioritized while longtime residents are the people carrying this city, still waiting for an opportunity? Why was land transferred at a discounted rate without transparent discussion of the city's financial return? Also, those automatic ward expenses, they were voted upon. I even voted no to them, but I had never received reimbursement. Everything that I do in the second ward is out of my pocket and certainly out of my heart. I want you to understand, City of Harvey, it's time to take action. Just like the Bears came back in the fourth quarter, so are we. Stay tuned. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alderman. Alderman Smith.
Why not? Happy New Year. Residents, this is a new year, and we need to hold people accountable when providing fake news as opposed to the TMZ factual news. Picking and choosing who should be accountable and what should be transparent isn't ethical. Business licenses are due annually, April 30th, at the cost of $250. Dollar stores were operating too long without business licensing, forcing the city to issue a cease and desist. That part was left out through the gossip line. By the way, you guys might not know Dollar Tree and Family Dollar are corporate owned, not individually franchised ownership. According to Google, January 2026, Dollar Tree net worth is $26.6 billion. Family Dollar sold by Dollar Tree July 2025 for about $1 billion. Net proceeds of $800 million, but they don't want to pay the city, a poor black community, $250. Blame isn't on this administration, it's on corporate greed. Blame also lies on anyone who defends this type of practice from any business who continues to steal from the city and has contributed to the reasons our city is in distress. This puts us at a more vulnerable state for greed. Bear's Pizza, 3 years, no business license. No mention of that in these past 3 years, beating the tambourine for transparency and accountability. A high elected official operating a business without a license for this long is a god-awful shame and sets a bad example for other big corporations to take advantage of our city. This is the same person withholding funds from this distressed city. that the council meeting all collectively voted on October with no response for 3 months. But it's more concerns for council meetings than it is meetings with the powers that be on the distressed funds. Consistently calling out the media to capitalize off people's tragedy and trauma isn't real advocacy, as you fail to use that airtime opportunity to plead before the nation to those who are responsible for not helping the city by releasing the funds needed to bring this city to an unlawless state. Kobe, you're president of the DOTS, D-O-T-T, which everyone needs to connect those dots. With this type of access, have you talked with the 5th District Commissioner and the senior with regard to their plans for this business city? No collaboration or solution? No favor? Let's hold everybody accountable, not just those who won't do your favors. Favors have cost our city $165 million. It appears your priority as an elected official is to advocate for getting convicts out of a jail free, rather than advocating for the distressed funds available to the city. You need to resign as an alderwoman.
Chair.
I will look. I'm going to ask that all councilors please refrain from using name or on the record. All right. Listen, I'm trying to deal with it. Let's not let this.
As it happens.
Excuse me.
Right.
It's 30 seconds left. Okay. It's over with. Let's move forward. It's been addressed. I said what you want me to do.
Is that on the record?
It's on the record. Please make that for the record, okay? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that.
Thank you.
I've done the best I can do in this situation. I've asked for that not to happen, okay? All you want to rinse.
Wow. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, it's, what we have to understand, society. We talk about ICE. We talk about the city of Harvey. We talk about everything what we're supposed to do. And yet, we listen on the news. May I? Oh, thank you. We listen to the news, and we hear all these elected officials talk about situations. We talk about that young lady, Renee, who lost her life. The vice president of the United States called her a homegrown terrorist. Then we go and we listen to the Democratic side, and they call ICE murderers. We describe our world, and we're hearing this constantly with all these negative adjectives. And yet, we're all wanting the same thing. We want peace. I could not believe when Alderman Tracy made an error, a cute error, and we all had a smile on our face. Yeah. That was a very nice moment. That was a very, very nice moment. And I'm sorry it was at your expense, but it really was important for all of us to come together. And I thank you for that, because that's what we're going to have to do. We are a distressed city. We are not going to get help. Our House Speaker, Welsh, said that Illinois, and every budget here, is $2 billion in the hole. Illinois. That means our little $161 billion is chump change to them. If they're approving a budget at $2 billion, and he said he was the speaker for 5 years in a row, and that's how much they allocated over. $2 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to band together. And we're going to have to work together. And we're going to have to understand one another. And these adjective words that society is describing, let's make them positive. We can still smile and still disagree. We can still smile. We don't have to cut each other's throat or attack or use negative adjectives. But in either case, God bless, Happy New Year, peace to everyone, and thank you.
Thank you, thank you. No, you don't have to put me on the clock. First of all, I want to start off by saying thank everybody for being here. I also want to thank our police, our fire, every single employee for the city of Harvey, to our administration. I thank you all. Of course, happy New Year to you all. I pray that everyone had an amazing holiday season. And I'm glad to see that everyone is now here in 2026 with us. Because whether you know it or not, everybody didn't make it. But God chose to keep you here. That means you still have purpose. And with that being said, I'm going to echo Alderwoman Jawinski. This is time out. You got to take a time out from the attacks. Let's take a time out for just finding any reason to say something negative. Like, it's getting old. It really is. It's getting old. Like, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'll be the first one to blow the whistle if I see something foul. Okay? I'll be the first. I would. Again, to me, it's just little stuff like that. With all due respect, yeah, we're elected officials. But you are, for this room, most of y'all are probably my elders. But when you get up there and talk, if we sat over here and we mumbled and complained while you were up there talking, you would feel like you were being rude and disrespectful. How do you think I feel when you do that? Well, when they're speaking when you do that. You want us to respect you, please. Before I was an alderman, I was a man, and I deserve your respect as well. You ain't got to like it. You ain't got to invite me to your birthday party, nothing. But please give me the same respect that I'm giving you. If we could just start there, we could just respect each other. I think that's a start. That should be something that nobody even have to ask for. Okay? Let's just respect each other. Let's not be rude. Okay? It's not necessary. I would never disrespect anybody in this room. It has nothing to do with me being the alderman. It's about how I was raised. Okay? So let's just start there. We're going to have an amazing 2026. There are a ton of irons in the fire. We need to stop talking about us, and let's just pray about it. Okay? You ain't got to like it. You can talk about it. But while you're talking about me, pray about me too. Okay? Because I'm not perfect. I need all the help I can get, and we all need each other. Okay? So as we go into this year, that's my prayer, that's my hope, that's my expectation, is that we learn to work with each other. If you say, hey, Alden, look, you missed that. You need to pay attention to that. I'm going to say thank you. Let me know when you got it all right and you perfect. Because that's not me. I never claimed to be. Okay? So I'm looking for us all to work together as we continue to move forward. With that being said, let's start public comment. Okay? That's the next item on the agenda, number 7. In order, I guess I'm going to say this, even though I don't even think we should have to say it. And I'm not going to read all of that. Let's respect each other. Refrain from name calling. Please respect the 3 minutes. I'm going to ask the council, do not respond. If you have any questions, please get to know your alderperson. They are your first line of contact to get any questions that you need resolved. With that being said, if I believe it's Williams James Watson, followed by, I think it's Maisha Robinson. I feel like we're in church. Come on, give her a hand clap of praise as she comes. Come on. Some of y'all don't go to church. That's what it is. About 4 of y'all clap.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. So, I usually have prepared notes, but I'm going to speak from my heart tonight. I feel very disheartened, and I vacillate between being mad and sad, because I feel like I get mad because I feel like we are not, we, meaning the residents, are not being taken care of, we're not being addressed properly, that we're not being given the due notices, the due respect that we deserve. And I mean that because despite what was said at the previous meeting, the committee of the whole meeting, there were no notices, or if there were, they came out very late as far as the budget, the tax levy, the ordinance, any of those things that were actionable tonight. And I just want to read something from the Illinois Municipal Budget Law. It says, this is so small. It says, the governing body shall, of each municipality of this state, within or before the first quarter of each fiscal year, adopt a continuing annual budget and appropriation ordinance. Okay, that did not happen because the fiscal year that they just voted for was last year. The fiscal year for Harvey is May 1st through August 30th. That means they're only 77 days away from voting and creating the budget for 25-26. They're a year behind almost. And so, where was all of this talk a year ago? Where was all this discussion a year ago? How have you been operating without a budget for this whole time? Or what budget have you been operating on? A past budget? Just free for all? I mean, you didn't even vote on the budget that was in place for all the expenditures that happened last year until tonight. So I feel that's a disrespect to me as a resident who's paying a high tax dollar for the operation of the city, with or without a budget. The other thing is that I noticed is that well, anyway, we did not get noticed, I just know that. And then I'm just feeling very sad that you don't have enough respect for us as grown human beings, grown men and women, who can think for ourselves, who go to work every day. Our dollar spends the same way a Barrington dollar spends, but yet we don't get the same kind of bang for our buck. And so with that, I hope that going into 2026, 27 budget year, you all will have more respect for me and my fellow Harvey residents. Thank you.
Thank you. Mike Robson, followed by Alicia Nicole.
Hello, my name is Maisha Robinson, and I am the founder and CEO of Two Blessed T-shirts and partner with Blessings and Peace, both nonprofit organizations built right here for the lives and experience, resilience, and the deep commitment to serve. Our organization stands for 6 cornerstone values: courage, wisdom, compassion, self-belief, trust, and growth. We value our own words, and our foundation is built on lives and strengthening communities. We believe that individuals are supported mentally, emotionally, and physically. Neighborhoods transformed through therapy, counseling, mentoring, reentry support, gun violence prevention, stability recovery services, and community resource navigation. We help people move forward, surviving to stability. I was raised in the city of Harvey on Emerald Street. I spent my entire childhood in CFS. I experienced abuse, instability, and silence, but also discovered purpose. I became the little girl who survived, so I could become the woman who speaks out for those who felt unseen, unheard, or forgotten. Every time I drive past my home I grew up in, I think about the little girl who needed help, didn't receive it. Today I stand before you as someone who chooses to heal over bitterness and survivor over silence. I am respectfully asking the city of Chicago for the opportunity to serve our residents, particularly impacted by substance trauma and violence and incarceration. And if someone that we can help directly, we can stop and send them over to people that we trust. This is about making our community a better place. We invest in people, we reduce crime, strengthen family, and build safer streets. raised me, and now I'm ready to give back. Thank you for your time and leadership and the opportunity to serve.
Thank you very much. This is your number on here?
Yes.
Thank you. Lisa Nicole, followed by Ryan.
Yes, hi, good evening. Happy New Year, everyone. I am a Harvey resident. I have a couple of comments, one question. And I'll start with my question, which is also a question and comment. What can be done? I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of those trains being stopped on those tracks. The latest incident, it was stopped for at least 4 hours. I mean, there's no excuse for that. I mean, every time I see that, I worry about ambulances and what they would do, and then I think about if it were my loved one in that ambulance that can't get around that train. So that's one question/comment. I just would like to know what can be done from a resident perspective. I am a Harvey resident. Secondly, I haven't been to the meetings in a while, and I have my reasons. There's been a lot of contention and not a lot of action, and I don't operate well like that. It tends to just make me distant and not want to be involved. I would like to see more collaboration and just the ability to move forward in a positive manner. Okay. Lastly, I just want to end with a positive note, actually. There was a good thing that happened in Harvey. I think it was December 23rd. It was the Monday before Christmas. There was a Harvey senior dinner, Christmas dinner, at a church here in Harvey. Very well attended. Everyone had a great time. I was there as a volunteer, actually. Had a great time. Every resident came with nothing, probably but an appetite, left full. And everyone left with a gift bag, some left with gift cards, some left with TVs and other items. For anyone to hate on that, they have to be miserable. Completely miserable. To me, that shows that they care more about their personal vendettas than they do about the happiness or the advancement of a community. There was nothing, absolutely nothing negative about that event. There was disdain because some people don't like the people that threw it. That had absolutely nothing to do with the success of it. It was a success. And I was happy to be a part of it. And if you weren't there, if you weren't our senior, I am too, come to the next one. It was a nice opportunity to fellowship, to get to know people in a different light, even outside of these meetings where it can get contentious sometimes. Please participate in that way so that the only time we see each other is not in these contentious meetings or cow meetings. There's a whole life outside of that. And people exist outside of that. And you can meet people outside of that and meet them there and find out that you may actually like them or they may some common ground. So just want to end with that. Thank you. And bear down.
You're right, that's right. Bear down. Ryan's. I don't want to mess up your last name. He's going to be followed by Jacqueline Wilson.
It's Sinwowski, so not it's changed from the original Polish. Could be worse. So yeah, good evening everybody. My name is Ryan Sinwowski. Happy holidays from the Harvey Historical Society, Brian's Bay Chicago, and which is my YouTube, and then also Chicago Southland Politics, and just me. So there have been no public city meetings since October 27th, as we know. Mayor Clark pushed the council to shut down the city. He went into hiding, and he's begging the state to bail him out. That was actually, really shocked he's not here tonight. Like, it's pretty bold, because we really don't know where the money's been going the past few years, and he's not even here. My question is, though, why should the state bail Harvey out when we don't know how, or what Mayor Clark and his four alder yes-men have done with the money for the past 7 years? Would you give money to someone who is not telling the truth about how they're spending money and they're cheating and they're harassing people? I mean, I wouldn't. So, I mean, we've got to make some changes here. Tonight, Mayor Clark wants to vote on the tax levy. We need that in order to collect taxes, but will that be another tax increase? Now, I did look that up, sort of between the break, and as far as I can tell, I was comparing some tax bills. The city tax rate has increased, so we can do more research and definitely get back to people. But look it up on your own. Don't take my word for it. But it, unfortunately, it does look like the city tax levy just between 23 and 24 can go up. My question is, why was that vote delayed for so long? How can you increase our property taxes? The streets are full of holes. The lights don't work. City properties are vacant. They're falling apart. Where's the money going? I mean, Mayor Clark gets paid. The overpaid senior staff that cater to him, that don't really do the frontline work, they're getting paid. The 4 Alder yes-men, they get paid. But the city looks like trash. We have fires breaking out weekly. No info's given about that. 2 buildings owned by Harvey and Myrtle burned recently. Why is the city allowing city properties to burn? Firefighters and police, they are working at unsafe staffing levels. Why are the dollar stores closed down? Are you trying to run out every business in Harvey? Mayor Clark said we're pro, yet we're in a 5-year, $2 million plus contract with Flock Safety to pay for those creepy surveillance cameras. They can follow you by license plate and also by facial recognition. So they can follow you everywhere you go within the city of Harvey. So why don't you cancel that contract? Save us some money. Here's some other solutions. Reduce pay for all city officials, bring back all the laid-off staff, release all financial records immediately, have Mayor Clark resign, have a forensic audit done by the state, and return all those leased city vehicles that the staff are driving home. Go to ryansgachicago.com to find our anonymous tip line and to sign the petition calling for Clark's immediate resignation and a forensic audit. We've got over 100 signers so far. And the 4 aldermen always vote with Clark. We only need 2 votes to change the way the city's going, so anytime you're ready to do business.
Thank you. Ms. Wilson, if you can just step up. Well, I just want to say something really fast here. This is kind of an example of what I'm talking about. He's not running. He's not hiding. He's not afraid. He's human. Anybody think about that? He's human. I'm not going to put his business out there, but you don't even know that man's sick. You don't know if he had a loss in his family. He's human. Why are we doing this?
That's right.
Why are we putting this stuff out in the atmosphere? So much you don't like him. We're going too far. He's human. I wish he was robotic. I wish he was some type of superhero. But unfortunately, he's human. Things happen to people. Let's stop this. It's ridiculous. It's not okay. And so I'm not going to allow those type of things to be said as if,
please be quiet,
these things are going on. It's not true. Let's stop this, y'all. It's not okay. Thank you, Ms. Wilson, for your patience.
Thank you too. I'm so glad that you made that statement, because when you do not like somebody, you should not just say what you think should happen or what they're doing. I live in Harvey. I have been in Harvey for a very long time. And if you ask me about my block is not towed down. It's like he has put lights from Dixie Highway, from 147th Street, and it comes all the way down here. We have some cleanup when some people throw out stuff that needs to be picked up, it gets picked up. He is doing a good job, and I can see it. And I just get so tired when people get up here and the only thing they want to say is negative stuff. Stop it. Harvey's not that bad, y'all. I'm a Black Club captain. The mayor reached out to the residents to try to make improvements. And I decided to do it because I wanted to make a difference. If you all want to make a difference, then reach out. Become a Black Club captain. You would know what's going on. All the negativity that they're talking about my city is not true. Yeah, we have abandoned buildings. Other people have abandoned buildings too. Our mayor have tried very hard to make a difference in Harvey. And I can see the difference. I truly can. And I'm reaching out to the residents to ask them, if you want to see what's going on, become a Black Club captain. They give us what we does is, we give out information, like programs and events and activities. We take them to our neighbors to let them know what's going on. You know, so when people say they don't know what's going on, if you become a block club captain, you probably find out what's going on and the truth. Not from what you hear somebody say that's not true, the truth. I have talked to my mayor. He have came to the meetings, and he's not afraid to say what's going on. He's not afraid to give information. If you want information, he'll give it to you. If you got ideas, we try. So please, y'all, like he said, I don't know what's going on with the mayor either, but I'm for sure he's not running. He don't have nothing to run from. He have done a good job to those that want to see it. Those that don't want to see it, they keep your eyes closed. But ma'am, if you're sick or whatever may be going on with you, I pray that you get better, whatever it may be. I thank you for being my mayor. I thank the councilmen that's here. I thank the aldermen. But like they keep saying, we need to join together. And I was at the senior Christmas party, and it was wonderful. They gave away a lot of presents, TVs and microwaves and pop, what's it called, slow cookers. They gave away a lot of stuff, and people enjoyed. You know, stop it. Come with them. And whenever I come, I'm going to bring something positive. I'm not going to do the negativity. Praise to the Most High.
Thank you so much. Come on, it's okay to clap for us. Okay. I think everyone took the time for your public comments. Ms. Nicole, Alicia Nicole, if you see me after, I have an answer for you. Next item on the agenda is the departmental reports. No, I'm not the mayor, but in all, I'm gonna say this, Ms. Davis, you don't have to get a report. Yeah, I'm telling y'all, she's sick, she don't feel good, but she's still here and she's been here all day. I see you over there. So, can we start with the police department?
Today I would like to provide an update. I believe someone left this first.
Oh, man.
Hurry up and get it.
Today I would like to provide an update on the 2025 crime statistics and highlight several cases handled by the Harvey Police Department over the past year. The Harvey Police Department's Patrol Division responded to 35,207 calls for service. We concluded the year with 8 homicides, marking a significant decrease compared to previous years. To put this into perspective, we had 24 homicides in 2019. We had 19 homicides in 2020. We had 32 homicides in 2021. We had 14 homicides in 2022. And we had 12 homicides in 2023 and 10 homicides in 2024. So they continually decrease, and this work reflects the dedicated officers in our department to maintain public safety and address community concerns. For the year 2025, we have the following results. 484 general case reports were completed. Correction, 2,484 general case reports were completed. 283 misdemeanor arrests by the police department. 58 felony arrests by the police department. 4,891 parking citations were issued. 12,773 movement and equipment violations were issued. 560 vehicles were towed. 476 reported accidents. And 42 firearms were recovered by the Harvey Police Department. The police department, as well as the investigations division, conducted significant criminal investigations during 2025, and I'm going to highlight a few cases. On November 21st, 2024, on November 21st, 2024, Harvey police officers, detectives responded to 14918 Honorary in regards to a male gunshot victim. Upon arrival, officers located the victim on the street with several gunshot wounds to both of his legs. The victim was transported to the hospital for emergency surgery. Detectives processed the crime scene and collected several pieces of evidence. After speaking with the victim, he identified the shooter as Alexander Solomon out of the city of Chicago. The investigation revealed that on the day of the shooting, Mr. Solomon followed the victim from Chicago after their court appearance. As the victim walked into his front door, Mr. Solomon approached the victim while his face was covered and began shooting. The victim attempted to flee after being shot, but fell on the ground. Before Mr. Solomon fled in his vehicle, he shot the victim several more times. Detectives captured Solomon's vehicle on our license plate readers, which is through the flock system that was mentioned earlier, in the area before and after the shooting. On November 23, 2024, the Investigations Division recovered Solomon's vehicle unoccupied in the area of 5043 West 67th Street on an unrelated case in the city of Chicago. On September 15, 2025, detectives learned that Solomon was in custody at the Cook County Jail on an unrelated case. At that time, detectives traveled to the jail to interview him. Solomon was eventually indicted and charged with 1 count of attempted murder. On September 5, 2025, at approximately 21:56 hours, officers responded to 16331 Cars Avenue in reference to a medical assist. While en route, Cook County Dispatch advised that the medical assist was for a subject who was stabbed in the neck, and the offender was still on the scene. Upon arrival of the officers, they encountered offender Alicia Reynolds out of Chicago in the living room. After a brief verbal altercation, she was placed into custody. The officers made entry into the south bedroom and found a male black victim profusely bleeding from a puncture wound to the neck on the left side of his neck. Officers, without hesitation, rendered first aid by applying an Israeli pressure bandage to the victim's neck wound and took turns applying pressure to said wound until the EMS responded. These actions certainly saved the victim, and he's now doing well. Case number 3. On May 28, 2025, the Harvey Police Department and detectives responded to the area of 158th and Pulaski in reference to shots fired. While on scene, officers learned that an 11-year-old girl was shot while riding with her father. I'm sure some may be familiar with this case. And the victim was transported to the hospital by her father. Detectives processed the scene and located 6 fire cartridges. Detectives then recovered video footage from a nearby business and identified the suspect vehicle. Detectives then obtained the suspect's license plate using that same license plate reader system through FLOP. During the investigation, detectives recovered the suspect vehicle in a nearby town, and it was towed to the Harvey Police Department where a search warrant was obtained for the vehicle. During the process of the inspection of the vehicle, detectives recovered a handgun that was used during the shooting. Detectives eventually identified the shooter as Graylin T. Waters of the city of Harvey. Mr. Waters was taken into custody, and the case was turned over to the Assistant State's Attorney's Office for review. Mr. Graylin was charged with 1 count of aggravated battery with a firearm, which is a Class X felony. And we want to say, if anyone, as always, has information regarding to any criminal matters in the city of Harvey, they can contact the Harvey Police Department's Criminal Investigations Division at 708-331-3030, extension 226. To remain anonymous, you can call 708-713-4899, or you can email crimetips@cityofharveyil.gov. Again, that's crimetips@cityofharveyil.gov. All tips remain confidential. Thank you.
Thank you, Steve. Good evening, Mayor and Coach. Good evening, everybody. The Harvey Fire Department staff for 2025 did 1,575 calls. We responded to 214 fire-related calls. We responded to 447 EMS calls. We did 191 good attention calls. We did 167 hazard condition calls and 490 false alarms, 63 service calls. We did over 350 fire inspections. And the Harvey Fire Department was awarded $237,999 to replace our air packs. The air packs is what the personnel put on their backs to breathe clean air when they go into the burning building.
We're going to be replacing 22 airbags. This new equipment will enhance firefighter safety, operation efficiently, and compliance with NFPA standards. The Harvey Fire Department is committed to utilizing the funding to continue to provide the highest level of service to our personnel. And that's in my report. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem, members of City Council, residents of the City of Harvey, and my great staff that I work with every day. As you know, our Public Works team continues to work diligently each day to address the city's needs and respond to residents' concerns. Despite recent changes that impacted our daily operation, the team still remains committed and continues to put the best foot forward to keep our city clean, safe, and well maintained. As we are currently in the winter season, we face additional challenges such as icy roadways, significant snowfall, water mains and pipe issues, and other weather-related conditions. Each day, our team works collaboratively to strategize and implement effective plans to ensure streets are clear and salted as efficiently and safely as possible. These are our projects and updates. We were happy to work with the Harvey Police Department during the week of December 15th through the 19th to assist them in preparing the process for the new evidence room. That included washing, painting walls and floors, clearing space, and preparing the area for installation of our new shelter. Regarding the lead service line project, I'm hoping you guys have started hearing about it, but it's very important to us. The Water Division has begun scheduling appointments with residents to initiate the removal of lead service lines from homes. Notification letters have been sent to residents informing them of the type of water system currently on record or advising them if an on-site inspection is required. This project will be a coordinated team effort to ensure the process runs smoothly and successfully. I'm happy to announce that we have installed 20 brand new fire hydrants, and with an additional 10 easy valves were installed as well. And these are just some of the things that we've completed. We've had 25 meters read in the last month, 4 meter checks and exchanges, 6 water shutoffs, 4 water turns on, 3 sewer lid and vault checks, 1 brick placement, 1 red card issued, 7 Julie tickets completed. And that's just what our guys at the water department are doing. Our streets, grounds, and facility maintenance, we've had 2 board ups, and we've had numerous handicap signs installed, as well as no parking signs, one-way signs, etc. And in closing, I want to acknowledge the continued dedication and teamwork of our public works staff. Despite ongoing challenges, they remain focused and committed to serving the residents of the city.
Finance? Well, I know, but everybody wasn't here. He was something. Everybody wasn't here at the hearing, so I know we did this for an hour a week, but everybody wasn't there.
I'll be brief. Obviously, the audit was reported to be the auditors have a proposal. Hopefully, they will get the audits current in 2025 over the next year. That would be great. We'd be back where we were in 2019. Audits, obviously, more than every month we continue to operate under a difficult situation. We all know county tax bills that go out as opposed to like supposed to go out August 1st. Haven't seen funds. We continue to try to navigate these bills in spite of all the taxes. Tax bill
Good evening, Harvey. Good evening, City Council and Harvey residents. I want to briefly update you on the building department's recent work and priorities. As we start the new year, we remain focused on improving our business license process. Last year, we launched a new streamlined online system that has been very successful. We look forward to building that success in 2026 as we continue to serve Harvey's business community. I also want to address the ongoing issue of illegal dumping in our city. We've seen a turbulent trend of individuals and contractors from outside of Harvey bringing debris and cleanout material into our neighborhoods and abandoning here. Many times, mail and other identifiers clearly show the material originating in other municipalities. The building department, in helping and assisting the public works department, is responding to cleaning these sites, but we need residents' help. Please remember, if you see something, just to say something. The quicker we get these reportings and these dumping, the quicker we can have them cleaned up and enforced. Also want to make the community aware of a new Illinois law taking effect this year that strengthens our property owners' rights when dealing with unlawful occupants, often called squatters. The Senate Bill 1563 was signed into law and goes into effect January 1st, 2026. Under this law, law enforcement can treat someone occupying a property without legal right as a criminal trespasser rather than a tenant, and remove them once the property owner provides proof of ownership without going through the lengthy eviction process that used to be required. This gives property owners immediate relief from unlawful occupants and help restore control in our property faster. We know we need that here in Harvey. Finally, I want to acknowledge that the building department has faced significant staffing challenges, having been reduced by 75%. Despite this, our team continues to fulfill its responsibilities and deliver services to our residents and business owners. Thank you for your support, and that concludes my report.
Thank you for your support. Thank you. Human resources.
Good evening. I'm the Director of Human Resources. I'm pleased to report that despite a recent reduction in staff, the City of Harvey continues to operate effectively and efficiently. Human Resources is currently working toward our first goal for 2026, which focuses on employee wellness. This initiative will emphasize both mental health and physical well-being, including access to wellness resources. We're encouraging all managers to work with their employees to ensure they're taking their earned vacation time. Allowing employees to recharge promotes improved performance and engagement, while also giving leaders opportunities to collaborate with their supervisors to identify innovative ways to strengthen their departments. This quarter, we'll be updating the employee handbook. Clear and well-defined policies and procedures are essential to maintaining employee accountability and ensuring that the municipality operates in a transparent and ethical manner. Additionally, the Human Resource Department is updating job descriptions and titles. Accurate and current job descriptions support effective performance, evaluations, and are critical for reflecting organizational changes while providing clarity around roles and responsibilities. We remain committed to providing continuous learning opportunities to equip our employees with skills and the knowledge necessary to support the overall success of our organization. Our next training will be an organizational development course covering workplace policies, ethics, communication, and team management. As the saying goes, great vision without great people is irrelevant.
Thank you very much.
Members of the City Council Department.
Come on to the mic. Come on to the mic.
Public servants. Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to address you. I'm honored to serve as the city collector and trust in the responsibilities in safeguarding public funds, ensuring revenue are collected and accurately, transparently, and efficiently. The work of the city collector's office is often behind the scenes, but it is essential to the functions of the city. Every service of our residents rely on public safety, infrastructure, sanitation, community program, depending on a timely and responsible collection of the city's revenue. Our mission is to make the process fair, accountable, and accessible to every taxpayer. Over the past year, our focus has three key priorities: efficiency, transparency, and service to the trust. First, efficiency. We have worked hard to streamline internal processes and improve coordination with other departments. We reduce delays and revenue reporting. These efforts help ensure that the funds reach our city's accounts properly, supporting some budget and physical planning. Second, transparency and accountability. We continue to strengthen internal controls and reporting practices so that every dollar collected is properly reported and traceable. Our goals are to maintain the highest standards in integrity and public trust, and to ensure that full compliance of applicable laws and regulations. Third, service to our residents. We recognize paying taxes and fees and fines and obligations are challenging, but my office has emphasized clear communications, courteous service, and a great accessibility. Whether through in-person assistance and improving payment options to make compliance easier and more convenient to the public to avoid the late fees, fine penalties, sending the payment links, and let you know my door is open and my phone is always available. Looking ahead, we remain committed to modernization and continuous improvements. We support the City Council. We aim further enhance technology, staff training, and in-department collaborations to better serve the growing city and future financial demands. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the council, the guys, and the support of the dedicated staff, the water department, the building department, and the professionalism and hard work. Today, we play a vital role in maintaining financial stability and allow our city to move forward. Thank you for your time, your leadership, and your continuous commitment in serving our community. I look forward to working with you in the above year coming up, and I advise you all, please pray for our city.
I did want to mention a couple of things. I won't read my entire report, but I did want to mention a couple of things. First thing is that lead service line. We are applying for a grant to replace lead service lines throughout the city. It's very, very important for us to identify if your home is lead or not. So if they're knocking on your door, if they try to schedule an appointment, please let them in to identify if your service is lead. You have to submit that information to be able to receive the money to replace that lead line, and it will be done for you for free. So that is valuable information. We absolutely needed to be able to replace those lead service lines to make your drinking water safer and better long term. Another thing is we did complete the fire hydrant replacement. That's been a 3-year project. We finally completed the fire hydrant replacement with the help of Public Works. That was a fully funded grant. We'll be applying for more grants to replace more fire hydrants, but so far we were able to replace 20. The last thing is the street lights. That was a $1.5 million street light grant that has been very difficult to implement. So all the street lights down 147, I just ride down there just to see them myself all the time. And I'll ride down there tonight again just to look at them because 147 has not been lit in the last 10 years.
Yeah!
It's been a major accomplishment. I'm very, very proud of that work. But as of this month, those street lights have been done. All the street lights also on Dixie Highway have also been completed. So we will continue to go after grant fundings to replace roads and infrastructure. We'll keep doing that work. I just wanted to let you guys know that because it's very important work and I'm very proud of it. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's good work. Good work.
It's okay to clap. It's okay to clap.
Listen, the mayor's not here, so there'll be no mayoral comment. Please keep him and his family in prayers. Keep this entire administration in your prayers. Definitely keep me up there too.
To adjourn.
At least 3-4 times a day. Just at lunch, pray for me. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion by the 6th, second by the 3rd. All in favor? None opposed.